Hello, people, students, IT students, cyber students, anyone that's curious about why cloud computing. We've got a quick video for you here. My name is Aidan Donahue. This is for my GCU ITT 610 course with Laurence Dean. Let's get going. So, why cloud computing? Big things we're going to go over here is going to be the fundamental functions of cloud computing, the difference between a cloud server and an on-premises server, and then kind of the basic concepts of a few different things here. Um, Cloud hosting, cloud management techniques, and cloud software deployment considerations. We'll just kind of go over everything briefly. This is kind of a short video. The fundamental functions of a cloud server is that it's going to provide on-demand access to computing resources over a network. So you're not going to need to have that server or directly in your building, right next to you, anything like that. And you can still have access to all of those resources over a network. It's pretty awesome. Really time cost efficient, everything like that. It's a huge step up, but not for everyone, and we'll go over that in a minute. It has pooled resources and super dynamic functions. So what it does for one group, it doesn't do for every group. It's going to be something different. Huge corporations can use it, but at the same time, small mom and pop shops can also have access, and it'll be completely dynamic, and it will vary on cost and everything like that. It does have a very broad network access across many platforms. So it's not only going to be to just one computer. Then you need another server to set up a point of sale, and another server to do something like that. It's very broad across a ton. What it's going to look like in the future, it's going to allow for a ton of virtualization. People are going to have access to all kinds of things. We'll be able to run like 5 systems on one computer, that kind of thing, and just have a lot going on. It's going to be really cool. Cloud 1.0 is turning into 2.0. It just has a lot more to it. Cloud 1.0 was kind of basic storage, upload, download, that kind of thing. If you're familiar with like Google Photos, something like that. Where 2.0 is going to really allow for a lot of these services, and it's going to just keep growing, keep evolving, and becoming more and more functional. And then there's going to be hybrid clouds. I'm sure there are out there. None that I'm super familiar with right off the bat, but something that's not going to be 100% network reliant, internet reliant. So if it does go down, these functions can still happen, still take part. It'll be a lot faster, a lot more efficient, and a lot more cost effective. Maybe not right off the bat, but as time goes on. Big differences here between the cloud and the on-premises server. The cloud is a lot more scalable. It can grow a lot faster. Not that on-premises isn't, but it's definitely easier to scale a cloud server. It's more cost-effective. Everyone else is going to be taken care of it. It's not something you're going to have to worry about breaking down, maintaining, upgrading, anything like that. That's going to be someone else's problem. You're just paying for the service itself. It's accessible to everyone, remote workers, people in branch. It's going to be everywhere, as opposed to having an independent server at each location. It's going to make it a lot easier. And there's that limited maintenance that we kind of briefed over earlier. One of the cons is going to be internet dependency for a cloud system. If everything is on the cloud and you do not have internet, you don't have access to that network, there's nothing you can do. Big con, that's where those hybrid systems are going to be very, very important here in the coming future. And then there are some security concerns and limited control. You're not in charge of how your data is completely being maintained. And they've got guarantees and everything, and they'll go over it all and make sure it's encrypted, sent efficiently, everything like that. But there's just that little bit of a possibility that it's not going to be as perfect as you want it to be. On premises, you do have full control of the server, which is great. Your security will have direct access. You'll be able to get right over there. And it's super reliable. If the internet goes down, your server doesn't necessarily fail. You can still run basic transactions, profiles. You can get everything written down, have it saved. So when the internet does come back up, if you're in the financial market or anything like that, you can send those trades in. It's all pretty nice. It is a little bit pricier than the cloud options. It is less scalable. Not scalable, but just less, and it's definitely a little bit more difficult to do, more time consuming, more man hours that you're going to be putting into that. And it's going to require your maintenance as opposed to the maintenance of a secondary external team or anything like that. What we've got here is going to be a cloud hosting. Google defines cloud hosting. Well, I mean, three different basic concepts. So, cloud hosting's first, and it's the ability to make applications and websites available on the internet using the cloud. Cloud hosting pools computing resources from a network of virtual and physical servers, allowing for greater scalability and flexibility to make quick changes. Pretty, basic. We've definitely seen it on a lot of different places. Amazon Warehouse, OneDrive Cloud, all those things. Google Drive. They're all gonna have access to that cloud. Some best cloud management techniques. Just developing an efficient migration strategy is going to be something you're looking at. Definitely have a centralized cloud governance. Increase the visibility of the cloud. Make sure everyone knows how to access it, what it does, what purpose it serves in the industry. Do your best to reduce resource costs and maximize that utilization. Those are some great cloud management techniques that we're looking into. And then last is the cloud software deployment. And we kind of briefed over this in a couple of our DQs, but some of the best things you want to do with the cloud software is make sure you're prepped, make sure you have everything built and it's ready to go before you go deploying the cloud. You don't want like a half functional cloud out there with all of your data on it, having security issues, not encrypting right, doing anything like that. So really just making sure you take the time to prep, do everything correctly, get everything suited properly before you go and deploy. That's about time for me. I went quite a bit over actually. So thank you, and here are my references.